Mega Marino, his name is Mega Marino.
Mega Man 10 Triple Blade, originally given to you by Blade Man, shoots 3 blades that create a spread shot effect. When standing, Triple Blade shoots 3 blades in an acute angle that scale outwards, creating a spread shot or fan effect. When you jump and shoot Triple Blade, that angle is flipped upside down, which means you can hit specific angles with it, including right under your feet. Triple Blade deals 6 damage, that's double a charge shot. Triple Blade is one of the best weapons in the game for dealing with enemies, hands down. You have 28 weapon energy, it shreds through everything, you can do massive damage really fast, and you just deal with everything super easy. It's a very broken weapon. Just look at how it destroys all of these mini-bosses like it's no big deal. This weapon is so OP. Easily one of the best DPS weapons in the game. Triple Blade's also insane against bosses. If it has no weakness, you can still kill it in probably 14 hits or less, and if it does have a weakness, it dies in 3 hits. 1, 2, bam! 1, 2, subscribe for more. Mega Man 10 Solar Blaze, originally given to you by Solar Man, shoots a ball of fire that explodes horizontally. On contact, it shoots waves of fire to the left and right. Solar Blaze stretches across the entire screen left and right. When you don't make any contact with the weapon, you have to wait about 2 seconds for it to explode itself. You can also hit directly above and below you. The waves of fire that Solar Blaze creates deals 3 damage, but the actual circular projectile itself deals 6 damage. So depending on your spacing, you can actually deal double damage, as shown by this big eye. Solar Blaze is pretty good against enemies. You deal decent damage and you have a lot of weapon ammo. The only problem is when you don't make contact with it, you have to kind of sit there and wait for it to explode itself. But in general, the weapon's pretty good, especially against smaller enemies. And of course, because it's a fire weapon, you can destroy blizzard pillars and dust blocks, TNT and explosive crates, ignite flammable oil, and even light up rooms pretty well. Subscribe for more. Mega Man 10 Thunderwolf, originally given to you by Sheepman, shoots a cloud into the air that strikes down lightning that spreads across the ground. Thunderwolf can actually be shot in 3 different directions. It can be shot directly above Mega Man's head while holding up, it can be shot normally, and it can be shot further away by holding forward. Once the lightning strikes the ground, it spreads for around 5 tiles. In total, it's around 3 seconds. Thunderwolf has interesting damage values. The cloud itself deals 1.5 damage, and it also deals 1.5 damage over time. Each cloud's about 3 seconds, and you can have 2 on the screen, doubling damage. Even though it has decent damage, Thunderwolf's not that good against enemies. It shoots at an awkward angle, and there's tons of waiting for the weapon. The weapon is bad. I would say Thunderwolf's mainly a tech weapon. Against objects, you can use electricity to push and pull magnetic crates, you can activate magnetic coils and lasers, and it also works in the dark. Definitely one of the most unique weapons in the game. Subscribe for more. Mega Man 10 Commando Bomb, originally given to you by Commando Man. Commando Bomb is a controllable projectile that can go in any direction, up, down, left, or right, infinitely, until it collides with an object, enemy, or any tile, such as the floor, ceiling, or wall. The bomb stays on screen for as long as you want it to, so as long as you can control it, it will always stay on screen until it collides with something. Commando Bomb is quite powerful. The bomb itself only deals 2 damage, but the explosion it causes does a ton of damage. It causes a spread shot effect that can deal up to 10 damage. Against enemies, Commando Bomb's pretty good as long as you use the splash damage from the weapon and not the bomb itself. You can get some big damage, although it can become awkward when you try to control this weapon against enemies. There's even some fancy interactions where you can warp this weapon into the ceiling and hit blocks that you're technically not supposed to. And you can even shoot through walls like this as well. Subscribe for more. Mega Man 10 Water Shield, originally given to you by Pumpman, creates a shield made up of 8 water bubbles. The shield can also be shot, which spirals the water bubbles around Mega Man. When you shoot Water Shield, it shoots in a clockwise direction, and the 8 little pieces of water spread across the entire screen. Each piece of Water Shield deals 2 damage, so essentially you have a 16 damage shield. Like most shields in Mega Man Maker, Water Shield is very good against enemies. You can use this weapon offensively as a projectile and deal damage across the screen, or you can use this weapon defensively and use it as a shield and walk through damage. The durability on this weapon is crazy. And because it's a water weapon, it allows you to walk through certain types of fire with it. You can even jump into acid water and change the balance of acid and water types, which is good against Acid Man water. And you can even walk on lava with it. Subscribe for more. Mega Man 10 Wheel Cutter, originally given to you by Nitro Man, shoots a wheel that rolls across the floor and can roll up walls. You can also hold this out of Mega Man's Buster to deal damage over time. One shot, Wheel Cutter always remains rolling, so it's going to look for the first available wall or floor to ride on, and they won't disappear until they lose durability. When shot, Wheel Cutter deals 2 damage. When you stick it out of your Buster, it deals 0.3 damage over time, which means we have to hit this big eye 60 times to kill it, so it deals more damage to shoot it. Against enemies, Wheel Cutter can be pretty good. You just have to shoot it a lot and use it with combination of sticking it out of your Buster to deal the best damage. But this is really a mobility weapon. Just look at this movement. The best part about Wheel Cutter is the mobility. You can use it and fly up all kinds of walls in the game. You can even do zigzags through spikes. You can make it really crazy. This weapon shines with mobility. This weapon is really good. Subscribe for more. Mega Man 10 Mirror Buster, originally given to you by Anchor. Mirror Buster is a pseudo shield that sticks out of Mega Man's Buster and reflects all enemy projectiles. It does not only reflect projectiles, but it transforms them into a laser beam that penetrates through enemies horizontally. And note, if there's no sources of damage to reflect, then the weapon is essentially useless. Mirror Buster deals 3 damage and only uses 1 weapon energy. It can also be spammed as long as there's enough projectiles on screen. Against enemies, Mirror Buster's not really that good. You have to remember, you can only use this weapon when there's projectiles being shot at you, and a lot of enemies don't even shoot. And if the enemy does shoot, you have to make sure you're standing in a horizontal position of it to make sure the damage connects. But hey, you can slide with it. Although Mirror Buster might not be the best against enemies, it is pretty good against bosses. Most bosses are trying to kill you, so you can't just reflect their shots right back at them. This works the best against shielded bosses because you can reflect their shields right back at them. Subscribe for more. Mega Man 10 Screw Crusher, originally given to you by Punk, shoots peppermint candy pinwheel-shaped projectiles. I'm pretty sure they're blades, but they look like peppermint candies. Screw Crusher shoots in a giant arc that causes the blades themselves to travel slowly from low to high. This works kind of like the throwing axe from the Castlevania series. You shoot the weapon and it has a little bit of a lob and an arc to it. You have 224 weapon energy. Yes, 224 weapon energy, but each shot only deals 1 damage. 1 damage is not a lot. Screw Crusher is not the best against enemies because it takes forever for the projectiles to actually travel to the enemy. Plus, it only deals 1 damage, and it works like Metal Blade, so you can't walk and shoot at the same time. It's very awkward. It's best against enemies in the air. Against objects, Screw Crusher is good for dealing with on-off switches, various breakable blocks, out-of-reach platforms, and you can even shoot in different levels of gravity for smaller, tighter arcs or really big lob shots. You can also have 4 on screen at once. Subscribe for more. Mega Man 10 Ballade Cracker, originally given to you by Ballade, shoots a spinning bomb that can be fired in multiple directions. If Ballade Cracker makes contact with the wall, floor, or ceiling, it will explode, causing splash damage. Ballade Cracker works very similarly to Metal Blade, except Metal Blade shoots in 8 directions. Ballade Cracker can only shoot in 7. It cannot shoot down, but you can shoot up, left, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, and down, right. Ballade Cracker deals 3 damage, which is the same as a fully charged Buster shot. You can only have 1 on screen and you get 56 shots with full ammo. You cannot shoot Ballade Cracker and walk at the same time, so you find yourself canceling it more than normal to get good DPS in. This weapon's really good because of its angles, and you can even explode splash damage through walls. Against objects, you can snipe on-off switches and breakable objects, move like push blocks, and even shoot your own feet to escort moving platforms. Subscribe for more. God damn it, dude.
Mega Marino, his name is Mega Marino.